First up on race day 11 saw Mascalzone Latino taking on BMW Oracle. The Italians coming off a long layoff from racing, while the American team were desperate for points. And the team's respective demeanours were glaringly obvious in the start box. James Spittle, with the bit between his teeth on Oracle, hounding Gavin Brady on Mascalzone Latino and catching him napping. The America's Cup holders had the Italians trapped in their sights, unable to wriggle clear. The blue flag soon flying on the umpire boat, with Mascalzone Latino penalised as Brady tried to escape.
Free ratio to the boat.
Still, Spittle pursued the Italian boat, glued to its stern. Brady still unable to escape. And copping a second penalty, which had to be taken immediately after the start.
I got your bow on the line. Bow's on the line now. Keep down. I got you over in 1 second.
You got to be across the line when you do your turn, all the way down. You know, no rush, no rush. And here we go.
Over by 2.
As the Italian boat rolled into its circle, BMW Oracle Racing simply sailed away to claim a vital point.
Yeah, it was a better race, you know. It was nice to get off the line with a couple on him, and it's always good racing, you know, against Gavin and the Mascalzone guys. So it was a good way to start the day.
Go man, go man.
While all the important action was at the beginning of race 1, the total reverse was the case in race 2. After leading from the start, eleventh was still ahead of Mascalzone Latino, although the margin could hardly have been tighter as the boats turned for home.
Plus bas. Ok, il le voit. Toujours plus vite.
The problem with dropping the Genoa hampered the Italians jibing, but they recovered well and managed to keep the pressure on Aleph. Bertrand Passet then turned the French boat into a jibe that went horribly wrong. The sail was beautifully set, allowing Gavin Brady on Mascalzone Latino to gain valuable metres. Just how valuable was about to become evident as the yachts charged to the finish in a strengthening breeze. Another untidy jibe on the French boat slowed them again crucially. 24 metres of bias on the line, allowing Mascalzone Latino to sneak across and take the win by just 1 second, the tightest margin of the regatta so far.
You know, out of 17 guys on the boat, one guy had a really bad day today, and that was me. So it's going to that'll certainly cost me a lot at the bar at the end of the night tonight. I think I owe the boys a couple of beers after that. So you know, it was great. The guys pulled through today, and just shows you the level, and the team's going just fine. And I think that if you can win those ones, then you know, if you can come from behind, you're doing well in this game. It's such a short course. It's just what we'd call jungle ball out here. It's just a full-on scrap. So it was good.
Aleph's grim day was about to get much worse in race 3 against Luna Rossa. While the French had come off the line with starboard advantage, Ed Baird on Luna Rossa played the left-hand side very neatly. And when the Italians hooked into a small but favourable shift, they were in control. Ever since they were deducted 4 points for their boat-breaking collision with Azura last week, the French have been well and truly on the back foot. Today, no exception. Rossa led comfortably around the top mark. Aleph very slow at the buoy and struggling to play catch-up. In conditions that started off strong and kept on building, crew work was at a premium on both boats. Huge loads were being generated by the increasing breeze. The threat ever present of small mistakes turning into very big problems. Luna Rossa wrestling to keep their Jenica under control at the drop. The task became even more onerous and then impossible, as halyard problems stopped the left jib from going up and the Jenica from coming down.
Keep going. Let's go up and hit it off. Okay, he's still going down wing, guys.
Bertrand Passet had no choice but to drive a left clean through the gate and beyond. Luna Rossa, already untroubled, now cruising to another point.
We had to win that race to stay in the to make it into the quarterfinals. You know, and the guys knew that, and they came through, did a great job.
For race 4, James Spithill continued to tap into a rich vein of start box form for BMW Oracle Racing, this time against Azzurra. With the breeze now nudging 20 knots, the big boats were becoming a real handful as they jockeyed for control.
We think the committee boat's drifting down a little bit, so the pin's even going to be more favored, okay, Jimmy?
Word off the American boat said the start line was heavily biased towards the pin end, and that's where Spithill headed. At the other end, Francesco Bruni was struggling with too much time to kill and no space to play with, corralled by the committee boat. Azzurra tacked on the line, desperately slow. Spithill was up and away.
Okay. Kelly, do you want to go? Mark's moving. Yeah, no, Jimmy did a really nice job at the start, and you know, the crew did a nice job of executing the plan. So we got the start and had a huge advantage off the start line, and it was pretty straightforward after that.
Azzurra didn't have to wait long for the chance to redeem themselves against Team Origin in race 5. The breeze had eased marginally, but was still pumping as Francesco Bruni took Azzurra off the line with the starboard advantage, while Ben Ainsley sat to leeward as both boats headed towards the shore.
Worry about how far the ley line here?
We are...
You can go a hill, just dial you from here, Ben. Have a little look.
Squeezes.
They're going.
Yep, that's good, Ben. Keep this tight.
Origin eventually had to call for water and could only follow the Italians in to the top mark. Downwind, Ainsley made some gains, and tactician Ian Percy called for the left-hand buoy at the gate.
Work the waves on them. We like the left-hand marks very biased, all right? Left gate, so we almost want a left gate.
His counterpart on Azzurra, Tommaso Chieffi, took a different view, preferring the opposite side.
Very biased this mark, right?
It was the winning move. In phase with the shifts, Azzurra climbed out to a 54-second lead at the turn for home, eventually taking the win by more than a minute.
We shag here, guys, okay?
Well, it's been nice. We are a little nervous because from this race it depends our qualification to the quarterfinals, and we were a little nervous in the beginning of the race. We had a great start against them. Nice separate right with a good separation between the boats. I was very happy about that, and we did a great job maneuver-wise and tactical-wise for the rest of the race. It means a lot for us to be in the quarterfinals. It means another life, and we are ready to fight and to get to the semi-finals now. So a very good day for us. 1-1. Very sad race against Oracle, but a very nice win against Origin, and it's not the first time, so I'm very happy.
The final race of the day took Artemis back to the top of the table with a crucial win over Emirates Team New Zealand. The Swedish boat surviving a furious protest flagging from a fired-up Kiwi tactician Ray Davies in a top-marked skirmish. With the protest green flagged, Artemis consolidated their lead and protected it around the track for a 27-second win over their arch rivals.
Racing against Team New Zealand's always everybody's important match. They set the standard. They won the last event, and they're the team to beat. So it was a great race. It was tight on the first beat. They had a little shot at us at the weather mark. It was green flagged, and kind of once we got in control of the race on the second beat, they just looked to play the shifts a little. It was pretty shifty out there, and you know, when you're in the lead, it's actually risky not to play the shifts because the other guy can chew you up a little from behind. So we just leveraged the shifts a little bit, got pretty handy lead, and then it was a nice last run.